Let's go! Let's go! Welcome to another edition of SPiTBALLiN. This is Dollar Bill here on the Let's Go Network, and you can find us on Facebook and TikTok, especially with YouTube and Twitter and all that good stuff. My guys behind the scenes do a really good job. Just a couple days here before Christmas. COVID is ramping up. Has affected my family directly. I hope everyone is keeping as safe as they can out there. And again, I end every show with use some common sense with your sports and your life. That goes like tenfold now with your life. And be smart out there, be safe, and everyone can enjoy their holiday season. A couple days before Christmas, we have 2 games on the slate tonight in the NFL. We had 2 games last night. And you know what? It's just another way of the Browns being the Browns. And it's just really amazing in the NFL how some franchises just seem snake bit and they always find a way to lose. Like the Jets have notoriously been like that. You can add the Jaguars to the mix. You can also add the Lions, though they're playing much, much better. And they've shown some real promise in the last half of the season anyway. You go to their record, yeah, it's terrible. But they're getting closer. And their head coach, Dan Campbell, he's the right guy. He used to be a former Giant. He's a heck of a coach. He's got him motivated. He's got him playing hard. And he had him kicking Arizona's butt this weekend. They only gave up 12 points to that vaunted offense. And, we always ask the question, who's good, who's not good? And I think we know Green Bay is good, and we'll figure out the rest a little bit later. But it's more about the snake bit teams. That Cleveland team really needed a win last night. Nick Mullins under center, no Baker Mayfield, no 18 of them, no the head coach is in his basement, and the offensive coordinator is in Lake Erie, and it's really a crazy thing. And, Mullins leads them down the field 14-13. They hold on defense. You get a late interception. You think maybe Cleveland can steal this one. Maybe Cleveland can figure out a way to win the game that they probably shouldn't have won. And they spit the bit. They got the ball back. 3 running plays. There's a play action pass there to be had. It's a hard thing to do when you got 10 men up and knowing you're going to run the ball and you got to get 10 yards 3 times. And it just didn't work for the poor Browns. And it never seems to work for the poor Browns, as it seems like it doesn't ever work out for the Jets. They had a chance to win, and their young quarterback showed you who they are. And, up in MetLife against the Cowboys, I think when we mention teams that are dysfunctional and, how snake bit and don't really do so well, ever since that infamous boat trip, the Giants might be the worst team in the league. And now we got to start questioning, the Giants were one of the pillar franchises of the NFL for many, many years. And, the young buck, John Mara, a couple Super Bowl wins aside, I don't want to say they're fluky, but, we needed a couple things to go right and Eli to be super clutch. But in the last 5-6 years, we rival the Jets. We're pretty brutal. We can't figure out a general manager. We change coaches every 2 years. And now we just draft so poorly. And we go another season with Daniel Jones now on the injured reserve list. And people are going to want him back. The front office is going to want him back. Saying, he didn't get a full shot. He got a full shot. We know he might be able to be good. We know he'll never be great. We know he won't be great. And it's just a shame with these franchises. And it's amazing how these franchises never seem to get it right from the head coaching position. I mean, we won't even talk about the stuff. The Jaguars can never get it right. The Lions may have found out a way to get it right. The Jets, the jury's still out. But it's amazing. Those 4 or 5 teams just completely snake bit. And where do we go from here? New York football has been terrible for a real long time. It's even trickling into the Buffalo Bills, who are not as good as they're supposed to be. But at least they have a chance to make the playoffs. But my God, football in these parts and how guys just can't get it right. in these franchises in the NFL. It's amazing to see. And you know what? I don't have the answer. But I tell you this, if they're hiring people to be the GM of the if they're hiring people to be the GM and they can't touch the coach and they can't touch the quarterback, like what the hell you got going on there? You've asking, it's like going to a restaurant and bringing your own steak and asking your newly hired chef, you know what? You cook the food the way we want it, and we're going to bring our own steak and our own stuff, and you just cook it. Like, she's got to go, as the immortal Bill Parcells says, if, you're going to be, cooking the meal, you got to shop for the groceries. And what do the Giants do? I think they got to go to quarterback. I mean, I don't love it, but they got to go for another quarterback. And thank God the Bears keep losing. We got that extra pick that should be a top 10 in football. As we saw, the Bears are going to be looking in the market for a new head coach but listen, to be fair, he gets the Bears to play hard. They just don't have the talent. They just don't have the weapons, and they're so stupid. Like we talked about the other day, how you got to stop chasing points with these coaches. Like, you want to punch them in the face. Like, you're always chasing, trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, do what you do well. Get your Justin Fields, get him moving. Like, what are we talking about here? So many dysfunctional franchises in the NFL. And it's amazing. Like, we're talking about billion-dollar companies. Like the Chicago Bears are a $4 or $5 billion entity. Same with the Giants. The Jets have got to be worth $3 billion. It's the Billionaires Boys Club. But think about this. What other business could you be multi-billionaire worth, right? Worth multi-billions and billions of dollars, right? And suck so bad. Like, honestly, it sucks so bad. Cleveland's worth $2 billion. They can't get it right. Like, what other business model would that ever be any kind of success except in the NFL? It's amazing to see how the NFL, there's so many buffoons out there, and they just can't keep their mind made up. They can't ever pick a direction and stick with it. It's amazing. It's truly amazing, and it's the franchises that stink. Is there like a voodoo? I mean, we know New York has a sports voodoo doll hanging out somewhere, right? But we don't know if it just is there one in like Detroit and Cleveland. There must be one in Cleveland. Jacksonville for sure. That's why I guess they want to move to London. But there's some talent in these spots. They're just amazing to see that they never get it right. Nothing ever changes. And I don't have the answer. Like, it's above my pay grade to get the answer. Someone's got to get the right guy in there somehow, right? Like, you'd think, it's like throwing spaghetti at a wall. I mean, it's going to stick eventually, right? Or not. And if you're the case of the Jets and Giants, man, it hasn't stuck around here since 2015, and it looks like it's not going to stick anytime soon. It looks like we're stuck with Joe Judge. There's only room in this town for one judge. It certainly isn't Joe. Hopefully it'll be Aaron. That's it for this edition of Spitball. A little over the map today. Trying to get back into it with this COVID nonsense around here. But, how we do it. One topic or two, and I just spit out what I'm thinking today. Lots of craziness through my head. We'll get another episode out there shortly. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, the old nine. So this is Bill from Long Island. Actually, Dollar Bill reminding you. Please, in these crazy times, make common sense out of your sports and definitely your life. Until next time, Dollar Bill saying bye.